Hello, my name is Steve Bigelow with the Candlestick Forum. We saw a major reversal today in the indexes, which were identifiable basically because of the open. As we can see in the Dow last week, it did a bullish Harami right here on the 200-day moving average. Did a Doji on Friday. Makes the Doji rule very simple. If it opened positive and trade positive today, more than likely this candle right here was going to be the same as this candle right here, giving you a Doji sandwich, pretty much confirming that the bulls have stepped in down here. This also makes for excellent day trade setups, that if you know you've got a Doji sandwich in progress, but not only do you have a high probability of the direction of the move, but the magnitude of the move also. At the same time, the NASDAQ, which also traded off earlier in the day, came back up and did a bullish Harami and what we call a tweezer bottom. Notice how the lows of Friday and today were about exactly the same in the oversold area. That's another piece of evidence that the bulls are taking control. This allowed for some very strong price move or trades. We identified that the home builders were going to act strong last week. You can see the bullish flutter kicker signal in Toll Brothers. Bullish flutter kicker is one of your strongest candlestick reversal signals. And notice what it was doing. It was setting up as a J-hook pattern. So today, again, after another day of a Doji type day on Friday, it opened positive, not only giving you a Doji sandwich, but what we call a trend kicker. Notice how it opened here, closed here. Today it gapped up and went in this direction, further confirming this upside. Also confirming that the home builders were probably good places to be buying. Beezer Homes, another Doji sandwich with a gap up Doji, wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, wave 2, bottoming out right here with a Doji on the 200-day moving average, and then a close back up above the T line, all occurring in the oversold area. So this makes identifying which sectors are going to have the strongest reversals very easy to pick out, because if we can see that there's a strong reversal signal at a support level, stochastics coming up, and you can see there's quite a few of those in the same sector, obviously they're buying the home builders. So anytime we see this pattern, J-hook pattern, in this case, the 30-40 EMA was a relevant support level with a Doji sandwich. What's the expectation? Wave 1, wave 2, wave 3 will be the same magnitude as wave 1. This allows us to identify immediately which stocks to be going after that are going to have the best price moves when we can see there's a reversal occurring in the market in general. That also allows us to know when to take profits. Last week, because of the big dumpling top in AFRM and the blue ice failure, where it fell through the ice, failed to come up through, it was probably heading down here. However, today's trading said we got a piercing signal in the oversold area. This was a good time to take profits. What creates that identification of taking profits? If you see them gapping down in the oversold condition, and then they come back up through the open. Now, obviously you can see the candle turning green in the oversold area. That becomes an excellent place, but if you're short, you start taking profits. What's that do to our target? Remember, the top priority of a trend reversal is the signal, not where it could go. Now, this doesn't leave out the fact that maybe it will bounce up to the T line and come back down. You can always re-short. So anytime we see a situation where the downtrend is still in progress, as we saw in Twitter, and we're in the oversold area, we have logical spots that tell us when to start taking profits. There was a hammer signal, open, started trading positive. You simply put a stop loss right here to take profits on your short position. Because if they start buying, where do you think the first logical target's going to be? Back up to the T line. So this is what tells you it's time to take profits, but there's also strong sell signals and the fact that this short position with the big bearish left-right combo with a close below the T line, and then a bearish flutter kicker signal using the T line as resistance. Today, they were still selling it off. And what would we do with this position? You stay short because there was no reversal signal down here and you're not quite in the oversold area. This allows you to stay short on positions that even though the market was up 780 points or so, they were still selling this one off because of those strong sell signals. So right now, after the bullish Harami, and now we're trading up here, we just watched to see what happens at the 50-day moving average, but be prepared to start buying. The next target would be filling this gap, but there's a good strong indication that with the bullish flutter kickers, or I'm sorry, the bullish Doji sandwich today in the Dow, the transportation index, the bullish Harami in the NASDAQ and the S&P 500, all bouncing off major support levels, just immediately tells you the bulls are taking control, or the selling sentiment has pretty much been disappearing. It's time to go long. That'll be it. We'll see you in the chat rooms.